that come out, and really the first couple of quads are going to represent cars that didn't necessarily, burn the scoreboards down here in that first session. So, Tony, in theory, all these cars are going to try to push as hard as they can, knowing that tomorrow they get 2 more shots at it to be more conservative in the heat, which will be more like race day. But if you're going to lock a spot, it's tonight. Yeah, they have to push hard, and there's not going to be a lot of pressure to get the cars qualified when they look at the volume of cars that showed up. Everyone gets to play. So to your point, these are the cool conditions, and when the track gets so cool, or rather so good, the grip gets so high, it changes the car, changes the setup. So you have to approach these sessions with a good amount of power, the right amount of clutch, the right tire pressure, wheelie bar adjustment, the right amount of timing. Everything has to be delicately balanced. It's hard to imagine with such a high horsepower car.
Swinging for the fences. Yeah. You can't always do it. It's not always the right time to swing from the heel, swing from the fences. But in this circumstance, with the track as good as it is and the weather coming to us, I think teams are going to try to test their own personal best. And the ability of them to land that punch or to really score is going to be based on what they learned earlier. And if you didn't get anything the first time and you're kind of going in with an educated guess, you have less of an opportunity to be successful. Speaking of being successful, we saw the Pronto Auto Service Center car. Hunter Green is in that car this week as we look at Dan Wilkerson's car. But listen, that car was a final round machine, and it did so in a couple of ways. A little pedaling, but it was also well tuned. It was, and it still can be. Some of these cars, even this machine here, Blake was in the final just a week ago, and they're just hit or miss. They're all good cars. It's just so hard to do it consistently. Right now, the tuners are keying on the grip number, and it's increased quite a bit. It's over 3,000 newtons, and it's almost better than any grip number that we saw just a week ago in Reading. So it's a smoother racetrack. Right now, it's cooled off 108 degrees on the racetrack. That means they can go pretty quick. The last time we were here on a Friday night for qualifying, we started history. We saw the performance barrage of 340-mile-per-hour runs begin right here. I'm hoping we see the same thing. This is looking more like it, especially for Hunter Green. Green will go down the racetrack, and Green will stop the clocks with a 396.7 at 328 miles per hour. Dan Wilkerson a 456 and a 391.1 for Alexis. The star of that, and you look at her early incremental numbers, the 226, that's 2.26 seconds at 330 feet, and Jack Beckman was 0.03 of a second quicker than that. Now Dan Wilkerson, 200ths better than Alexis. The difference was his car really didn't hold on, ran good early, ran good in the middle of the racetrack, 287 miles an hour. So that's really where it started to make a move, and that in a lot of ways explains the 331 mile per hour. Alexis continues to have a strong season, 391. I don't expect that to hold up, but a good effort by Alexis. I don't either, but it will stay in a very strong position, I believe. Jimmy Prock is with Jordan Vandergriff.
Jimmy Prock, you went low of qualifying.